Hey guys, how you doing this evening? This evening I want to talk about Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and Tom Holland as Spider-Man. So I've I noticed mistakes and non-mistakes with this movie. With Tobey Maguire's movies, I saw Mary Jane dating Jameson's son, uh, adding Venom late into the movie, uh, showing Mary Jane how showing Mary Jane that Peter was Spider-Man. Um, in the end of Spider-Man 2, killing Harry Osborn. Uh, in the end of Spider-Man 3, and Sandman's character, he wasn't very charismatic. What was that? And then the symbiote, the black suit is the symbiote, obviously, but I want to talk about those mistakes, and uh, those are the mistakes that I noticed. With besides, another mistake that I noticed that I should probably mention is Mary Jane and Harry getting back together for a short period of time. And Peter and Mary Jane were breaking up. Like that wasn't in the all that was not in the comics. That was not in the TV show. Mary Jane and Peter got married. Mary Jane and Peter got married. So, and and Sandman wasn't like he was in Spider-Man 3 in the TV show. He didn't have no daughter. He didn't have no anything. And getting to Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. I just rewatched the second Andrew Garfield movie last night, and the first one the night before. But those movies, I saw him dating Gwen Stacy as Emma Stone's Gwen Stacy. That was a mistake. Not having Mary Jane, having his enemy, the Lizard, finding out that Peter was Spider-Man, and he's like, Peter Parker with the camera, right there, like, and with then towards the end, where he is about to be arrested by Captain Stacy, like, what was that all about? You electrocute him and you make him turn around, and he shows his face, and he's like, Captain Stacy's like, Parker. And then he finds out Peter's Spider-Man. And that was a mistake. And then the end of that first movie of Andrew Garfield being Spider-Man, killing off Captain Stacy in the end. What was that? And then another mistake that I saw was his uncle trying to fight off the mugger from that convenience store in the movie. That didn't happen. What happened was Uncle Ben was just shot like that. There was no fight for the gun. There was nothing like that of the sorts. And with the Tobey Maguire movies, and I will also say this because I watched a video explaining why there was a fourth canceled Spider-Man movie, fourth one. Is because of Sony. Sony's also partially blamed for this. Like, what are you thinking, Sony? Why do you think people don't like you doing Spider-Man? And with that, guys, I just think a fourth Tobey Maguire Spider-Man for a second here would have been a better idea than Andrew Garfield and rebooting the entire franchise with a different universe of Spider-Man that was not canon to the story of Spider-Man. And I think with the third Tobey Maguire movie here, just for one more second, they added Venom way, way, way too late. And Sam Raimi, the director of the trilogy of Tobey Maguire, what was he thinking? I know I give him credit for this. He admitted that he added a villain that he didn't understand, and it was basically a mistake that he did. Yeah, it was a mistake for you to do that. If you wanted to put in Venom, you should have put Venom in the beginning of the movie, or not do him at all. And you could have just had Harry or somebody else other than Sandman being the main villain. I mean, Sandman wasn't really a villain in my opinion. He was just doing the breaking the law for the right reason. That wasn't Sandman's character in the comics or the TV show that I watched as a kid. And getting to Tom Holland here, the final Spider-Man, the current Spider-Man. So far, the only mistakes that I've noticed, guys, is the character of Mary Jane. And another mistake that I just came up with now is Harry Osborn. Where's Harry in this Tom Holland Spider-Man, right? Where is he at? And the character of Harry Osborn in the Amazing Spider-Man 2, by the way, horrible. And then, especially back to Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man here for a second, killing off Gwen Stacy in the second film, right? And then Electro, Jamie Foxx as Electro. I'm not saying he's a bad actor or anything, but him as Electro? Are you kidding me? And I'm not saying that as a racist thing either. And this is going to go to account for the character of Mary Jane for Tom Holland Spider-Man. Mary Jane wasn't black. She was a white, beautiful redhead. Again, guys, I'm not trying to sound to be racist through this. Okay, I'm not. I'm just stating my own opinions here, and your opinions are also welcome here in the comment section down below. Like or dislike and subscribe to this channel. And everything else was Tom Holland Spider-Man is just spot on. But with Andrew Garfield, it was just unbalanced. There was no consistency. There were some things that weren't into the Spider-Man story that they added. Director Mike Webb, he was a terrible choice for a director. Andrew Garfield was a terrible choice for Spider-Man. The only highlight of those two films were Emma Stone as Gwen Stacy. That was the only highlight through those films. And I'm only rewatching them because it's Spider-Man. Even though they're terrible. And one final mistake that I noticed with the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man 2 films is Peter's parents. Where were they in Tobey Maguire's? Where are they in Tom Holland's? They're not there, guys. They're not there. They're in... They spoke about them in the TV show that I watched, but they never showed them. They never showed their story or anything like that. And I don't think Peter's dad worked for Norman Osborn, right? What was that all about, too? It's just... Andrew Garfield's being Spider-Man was a mess. It was horrible. But, so yeah, guys, those are the mistakes that I noticed, and I think they could have done better. Sam Raimi could have done a fourth Spider-Man. Instead of having Andrew Garfield step in, and then rebooting the franchise again to have Tom Holland do Spider-Man. And the final mistake that I will bring up is Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man, where he wasn't teaching Peter how to be a superhero. Peter learned how to be a superhero on his own. But yeah, guys, like I said, I'm not going to keep you here for much longer, and stay tuned for my next video. We're going to be talking about whether Ronnie 2K should be developing NBA 2K games. So anyway, guys, drop a comment down below. Let me know if you like this video in the comments down below as well, and express your opinions. And I will catch you guys in the next video. See ya.